Good morning, everyone. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. I am so excited to be back in the seat. It's always good to be here right here on the Lower East Side. For those of you who don't know me or tuning in for the very first time, I'm Naomi Nachman, and I'm about all the food all the time. I love food. I love shopping for food, cooking food, eating at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet, and I give cooking classes. I run chop competitions. I read a cookbook. I write the Mishpacha magazine. I have so much fun with food, and the most fun I have is being right here in the studio on the Nachum Siegel Network. I want to hear from you each week, so if you have a great foodie experience, I'd love to hear about it from you guys. So just email me, naomi@nachumsiegel.com. You can join my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and you can watch our show every week. I don't know if you know this. You can watch our show as well as listen. You know the joke, you have a face for radio? Well, actually, here you can have a face for radio because everything is on YouTube on the Nachum Siegel Net channel. So you can watch Table for Two. I'm actually going to jump my little bit of intro that I do after this, where I talk about where I went and all that and what's coming up next, because I actually have Eitan Bernathi on the other line, on the line. He's actually got a free between classes now, and we want to talk to him because he's just rocked through the galaxy right now on Instagram. So I'm going to welcome Eitan Bernathi from New Jersey right now on the phone from Frisch High School. Hi, Eitan.
Hi, Naomi. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, how do you feel right now?
I'm doing great. I'm just having a blast, and I'm really excited to see what's to come now that this whole feature happened.
Let's back down a little bit. I mean, take a few steps back. You and I know what happened, but let's tell our audience what happened to you in the last couple of weeks that propelled you into stardom even more, besides Food Network.
So basically, I believe it was 2 Thursdays ago. I got an email from Instagram from one of the people on their editorial team.
From Instagram, from the actual people that own and run Instagram.
Yes, and they sent me an email that they wanted to work together on a cool project. Not going to even try to sound cool. I totally flipped out, obviously. And I told them I was obviously super interested, and I'd love to. And so you were telling more about the project. We scheduled phone calls. And in the end, what happened is they did a feature about me on their Instagram page. So obviously Instagram has their own Instagram page.
Makes sense.
And on their Instagram page, they have 229 million Instagram followers, which is kind of crazy. I looked it up. And that's the equivalent. I mean, these followers are global, but it's the equivalent of 70% of the U.S. population. It's crazy.
Wow, Eitan, that's amazing. So Instagram featured you on Instagram's page on Instagram. Got it? Guys?
Yeah.
Is everyone following that?
So we did first, one of the things we did, which was I don't know if you want to say the main thing, was a feature on their actual feed, like their normal posts. They had someone interview me, and they wrote a little, I think called a blurb or an article about me in the caption. And then for the picture, a few days before a week before they posted it, I did a photo shoot in the city with my photographer and stylist, and we did a whole picture special for Instagram to post. So that was the first part.
That was the Hanukkah part with you holding a donut.
Yes.
I just want to tell everyone, I'm going to just pause you for 1 second. Eitan was wearing a yarmulke when he was featured. He always wears a yarmulke, but the yarmulke is showing, okay? That is so cool. You might be the first kosher Jewish Instagrammer being featured on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure because they have thousands of posts. They post multiple times a day. I wasn't able to check everything, but I wouldn't be surprised, which is really an honor.
It really, really is. It's unreal. I'm actually going to hold up to the screen. Thank you, Rafi, for getting that for me. Rafi Bernstein in the house, as well as Billy Schwecky from Candy and Cattle. I just got to make sure I say it in the right order. I was calling it Cattle and Candy, but it's Candy. Candy always comes first. Okay, everyone who is watching on our YouTube channel, that is the picture that Eitan is holding up. His donut. So gorgeous, such a gorgeous photo. Okay, tell me more about that day.
So we did that photo shoot, which was so much fun. Even just shooting like the actual pictures was a blast. Just like in the city, it was a lot of fun. We did like 4 or 5 outfits, and again, that was like the best shot. So that's what I sent them.
It's so cute that you did that.
And so that was the first part, and then the other part of the feature. So the first part lasts forever; that will forever be on their Instagram page. But the second part has actually already disappeared. It's on their stories, and so for those of you who don't know, Instagram stories only last 24 hours. And on their Instagram story, I did a story of like kind of introducing myself and putting together a Hanukkah meal.
Okay, that was amazing.
Thank you.
It is fantastic. If you're not following Eitan already, because I think now that, that 70% of the Instagram population is already following you. So for the 30% who's not, guys, you got to do Nachum Segal Network and Eitan Banath right now. This is amazing. Eitan,
Thank you.
Besides being on the Nachum Segal Network on Table for Two, what has been the highlight of your career so far?
I think aside from, I would say this. Honestly, I think this is probably one of the most exciting things that's probably ever happened to my career. Also, I think I've already seen from the results from it. Like for example, I could be a little off, but as of now, I think I got like 12 or 13,000 followers from it, which is insane. That's
almost my whole following. But that's all happened since Sunday. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and so right now I think I'm a little under 35,000. And then what's also crazy is it's on Instagram. If you have a business account, you can check how many times people saw your account.
Right.
And I just checked, and it hit 1 million this week. 1 million times people saw my account this week. It's like crazy.
1 million times. How crazy is that? Oh my God, I am so proud. Eitan, I met you. You were, I think, 12 years old. We met at Kosher Fest. You just come off from doing Chopped. And I remember that. Your career has soared. You've become part of the kosher foodie family, of the head of leading champion of the kosher media marketers, as I always call it, on the Foodie Network and the Jewish Foodie Network, I should say, and it's just been amazing following you.
Oh, thank you.
And
it's also fun following you.
Thank you. It's crazy. Like we had this mentor, like the few of us, we kind of like we're helping Eitan at the beginning, and now actually the tables have turned and he's mentoring us now, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. But you guys have been awesome. You and Melinda, shout out to Melinda.
Yep.
You guys have been my mentors through all this, and it was actually so hard. Basically, I tell Melinda and Naomi everything, for those of the viewers listening or watching. But for this, I wanted it to be a surprise, and it was so hard not telling you guys.
Oh, my God. I was freaking out. We were driving up to the Poconos over Hanukkah to the Hanukkah Kalahari, and all of a sudden I see this post, and I'm like, oh, my God. I made my family like, everybody, look at this. Look at what happened to Eitan. So it's really amazing. Kol hakavod to you that you're a proud Jewish young man wearing your yarmulke, doing things, celebrating Hanukkah and all of Yiddishkeit, and just being a superstar in the big wide world, and a leader and someone who's showing our youth how to behave. And you can be tznius and you can be frum, and just everything in the Jewish eye in public. It's fabulous. You're a real role model. You're such a role model.
Thank you.
Okay, now I believe Eitan has to go back to class now.
Yeah, this actually was perfect timing. I have a short free right now, but I have class in like.
What have you got? What's next in the class?
I think I have history.
History. Oh, that's fun. I actually like history. Not math.
We're learning about the French Revolution now.
Oh, good one. I actually like that. I've actually been to Versailles and all that, where a lot of the action happened.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a great. And French food is, always the best.
Yeah.
So you should actually do a French history and tying in French food. That would be like.
Oh, that would be fun.
The influence it had on us, all of us, because French food is everywhere.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So you go back to class. You keep doing what you're doing, because we're just following you and proud of you, and we can't wait to see what's next. Can you tell us quickly what's next?
For right now, what I'm doing is I'm really working on growing my Instagram, my food blog, trying to create like as much content as I possibly can. Just figuring out like what my brand is, and I have pretty big goals. I want to hit 100,000 followers by the end of 2018, and also be at a point where I'm like doing awesome content, different things. So I'm just working towards that, and who knows what else will come. I mean, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, anytime you'd be featured by Instagram, I would be like, no way.
So amazing. All right, off to class, and thank you so much, Eitan. You're a rock star, and we will be in touch soon.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Wow. Okay, he's really a unbelievable young man. I don't want to call him a kid. He's grown up now. He was on the show many times. We check in with him every couple of months, and we had the show pretty much set. And then I'm like, I got to get Eitan on the show because that was a huge thing to be a kosher, to have kosher out there like that for 224 million followers. I mean, there's only 300 and something million Americans, and 200, I mean, I know the 224 million come from part from Australia and part from here and part from there globally, but that's really cool. All right, let's do, Eitan had to go back to the class, so, or get it, during his free. So I kind of switched the show around a little bit. So I just want to do a little bit of catch up that I normally do after do my intro. I want to do, ZK, a drum roll. We have a winner from the Pele contest that we had a couple of weeks ago. He's got to look for it. And the winner is, no drum roll. It's not. Okay, everybody bang on the table. Sarah Kasdan, congratulations. Okay, that was good. Sarah Kasdan, you have won a box of assorted Pele products. We will get that shipped out to you. So you can email me and we'll get you all the info and get you your stuff. So since I was here a couple of weeks ago, actually, we had a show last week, so it was like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't get a chance to do my Miami food crawl. So I just want to share I went down to Florida for a chop competition. I actually had one in Miami and one in Orlando. And in between, I did a kosher food crawl on kosher.com, which is, if you're not following it already, amazing. Kosher.com is a website where I have cooking videos and there are articles. Everything kosher is sourced in one place. Like, you can find all kinds of articles and videos, and it's really something. Demos as well, like how to set your table to how to make stuffed cabbage. I did a whole bunch of new videos as well, which will go up. So you can find all kinds of great things there. But they also have an Instagram page. So I took over their Instagram and I did a whole food crawl in Miami, which was so much fun. So I just want to give a shout out to some of the restaurants that I loved and had a great time eating at and meeting people. Like, people just kept joining me. First of all, there was Tasty Beach in Miami Beach. That was great, off 41st Street. Zach the Baker. Love Zach the Baker. He has two places now in the Wynwood area. Fuegos and Aqua, both in Waterways. Sushi Tapas 26 and Harbour Grill and Backyard Barbecue. All those three are on that on Harbour side. On Surfside, on Surfside, there in Miami area. So that was amazing. And Grand Cafe in the Fort Lauderdale area, Hollywood area. Fabulous food. Loved it. And you know what was really nice about being in Florida, eating outside? Whenever I could eat out. I tried to eat outside because the weather is so beautiful there. I always say, why do we live in New York and not in Florida? They have great shuls and schools and restaurants, but alas, there's something special about New York. A big shout out to Orlando. So after I was in Miami, I drove to Orlando because I did a chop competition there, and I ate at Kosher Grill there. It is fabulous. Nati, the two brothers, Nati and Hanan Azulai, own it, and it is fabulous. You can check more out, the hashgacha and the food and the menu on koshergrill.com. Great Israeli restaurant. They used to be the one in the food truck. I'm sure I've interviewed them before on Table for Two right at the beginning. CK, I don't even know if you're my engineer at that point. I mean, we're nearly up to 200 shows. So, so when you're going down now for winter break, the food there is fabulous. It's fresh, and they're only 15 minutes from the park, and they'll deliver to the hotels as well. So, that's really great. Okay, so one more important thing. I'm going to Chicago in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be meeting up with Miriam Schreiber, and she's going to be taking me around to several kosher restaurants in Chicago, and I'm going to be doing it again at kosher.com food crawl of Chicago. So you can follow me and Miriam, Miriam's Legacy Tours. Does that sound familiar to you? Yes, it does. Miriam is the one that took me to Asia this summer, and she's going to Panama. So she's going to join me in about 2 weeks on the radio show. And then the next day I'm going to go meet her in Chicago for a Chicago food call. But if anyone is interested in the Panama trip that she's got, it's coming up. I'm drawing a blank. What's it called? President's Weekend. So let me know, and we can get you some info, and you can follow Miriam's Legacy Tour on Insta, and she's a lot of fun. You're going to watch us both on kosher.com. We're going to have a ball, and I hope you'll join us. Okay, so on with the show. Okay, I have in the studio two talented gentlemen. It's a boy show today. So I have sitting right next to me, I have Ruffy Bernstein, who's actually, can I give Gloria a shout out?
You have to.
He is the son-in-law of Gloria Coburn, who is, what was that? Okay. Oh, okay. Kosher by Gloria on Instagram and Facebook and her website, as she does videos and recipes. She's brilliant. She's been right there in that seat. So Ruffy's going to be joining us, and as well as Billy Schwecki, yes. who had what?
Yeah, that's me.
Billy Schwecki, and he is the owner of Candy and Cattle.
That's right.
So we're going to be Fleischicks very soon.
Let's do it.
I'm excited. Okay. Hi, Ruffy.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've wanted to do this for a while. We got it together.
Yes, finally.
Okay, Ruffy has recently been featured in two big events, Jewish kosher events. The first one was Kosher Feast, where he did the engraving and the gifts for our Kosher Feast dinner to our honorees.
Right, and also the kosher media event during the day.
And the kosher media event during the day. Melinda Strauss is at Jewish Food Media event. So he made all the gifts that we gave out to the presenters during the day at the conference, and then at night at Kosher Feast. And then I put him in touch with Jew in the City, Allison.
That was very cool. Yeah,
and she also
she featured me on her Hanukkah gift guide. That's it.
That's
the gift guide.
The Hanukkah gift guide, and also your prizes, your the honorees that she honored at her dinner,
at your Chopped event, right. At her dinner. Yeah,
right. So they got
I made custom handles on blades and engraved the blades for her as
they were beautiful. You should go check out his Instagram page.
Impression Judaica.
Impression Judaica. Go follow him as well. Okay, so besides, I really want to have Ruffy on the show because he's so talented. There are so many great ideas, and he does make knives. Unfortunately, he didn't bring the knife into the studio, but that's okay because you can see it on Instagram and you can go check out his page.
Absolutely, it's in my feed.
So I always wanted to, with Ruffy, try to tie in like food and Judaica because, I think it all ties in together very nicely. Yeah. Our challah goes on a challah board, and our wine goes in Kiddush cups, and then as our kitchens all have mezuzahs on them.
That's right.
So let's talk about some of your beautiful products that you have right here in the studio that you can see on our Instagram page and also on our YouTube channel.
So I guess I'll start closest to you. This is my designamezuzah.com line. They are acrylic, and there are 3 layers, and you choose your own. That's why you get to design your own and at designamezuzah.com.
You get to design your own mezuzah?
Yeah.
I love that.
So you choose your own 3 layers, and I assemble it and send it to you, or drop it off if you're in the city.
Oh, that's great. I need like little kitchen pieces on this, like little food things that I'll put on my kitchen.
I need to figure that one out.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, maybe custom engrave on the
Gourmet.
surface. Aussie Gourmet, absolutely.
I love that. And my kitchen.
And a special for Table for Two, I'm going to offer a 10% discount on the website. Use coupon code Table for Two.
You want to do Table for Two or Naomi? Have you
Do
maybe
Naomi. Let's keep it simple.
I've been doing that lately because table for two got complicated because there's 4 and it becomes
That's
table
right.
42.
Right. Okay.
So we
So
just
let's
said
do Naomi,
the code is NAOMI.
and that will give you 10% off on designamazuzah.com.
I love these. These are really cool. And then you put the cloth in there. And if you want bigger ones, you can get bigger ones, or they all come in the same size.
I could do custom runs for over 10 pieces. I could do
nice.
custom orders for bigger mezuzot
I love
or
that.
cases. And yeah. But for now these are, I had to keep it simple because there's so many options. I think there are over 2,000 coordination color options.
It's something for everyone.
There's glitter, there's swirly colors, there's a nice tortoiseshell if you want to keep it a little less playful, but still
Classic.
yeah, classy.
Classic,
Classy.
classy mezuzahs. I love
Exactly.
it. I would actually totally get the glitter because I'm a big glitter person.
And then I have wood mezuzot from different species, wood species. This is zebra wood,
Wow.
purple heart,
Beautiful.
and other exotic species of wood.
We need one for you.
It's very nice, beautiful. I
I
like
need
the,
to do
it's
some
very
a
authentic.
cattle mezuzah.
That'll be very cool. Get all my colors in there.
Yeah, I
That
know
would be
you're
very
gonna.
cool.
I love your logo, by the way.
thank
It
you.
is
It's a very cool
awesome.
logo.
Thank you.
Moving on to Chanukiot, since it's the last day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, we are recording this on the last day of Hanukkah. ZK, I was going to bring us donuts from Penn Station.
Oh man.
And I'm like, I cannot eat another donut. I'm going to be a donut if I eat one more.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's
Yeah.
the last day.
That's
I'm maxed
right.
out on donuts.
I know. It
I
takes us
told
a
Jessica
year.
last night that we need a detox from
Yeah.
oil, sufganiyot,
I know.
levivot, all of it. It's just enough.
Right. Well, we've got the next best that coming up is Tu B'Shvat,
That's
which is, we still have a little bit of time on that, but we get to,
nuts and fruit.
which will cleanse us.
Right.
Okay.
Moving on to Chanukiot, since
Let me have a look.
it's Hanukkah. This one is actually, I guess we could do a shout out to Herzog wine. This is from a Herzog wine barrel.
Wow.
Oh my God, look at this. Okay,
And
we need a
that-
photo of this.
That color on the top is the actual color of the wine.
This is wine stain.
Wine stain.
Right.
And if I
Amazing.
may, I know you won't mind this one. It's also a shout out to Ari White from the Wandering Q who helped me get that piece.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
I
I was
could
going
make
to
it.
ask you. Ari is a great friend of the studio and of mine. Wait.
He's a great guy. He's
Great guy. And he got to get one of your pieces, which was great because he was
Yes.
as an honoree. Ari White was an honoree and he received a cutting board from
one of my
Rafi.
cutting boards.
Okay, wait. So how did you get this? How did Ari get it? Or maybe we shouldn't know.
Well, Ari uses them. This really hurt me when he saw. I have mezuzot made out of Jack Daniel barrels,
Oh, that's cool.
and when he saw that, he said, "Oh well, I burn Herzog barrels to smoke my meat,"
Oh God.
and I almost started to cry.
Wow.
And he goes, "Oh yeah, well come by and I'll give you some." So I surprised him at his kitchen and got the full tour, and he was great. And he's a good friend. He's a great guy. I really like him. And he handed me a couple of pieces, and I made him because he saw mezuzot in these. So I said, "Well, Hanukkah's coming. I have to make chanukiot or menorahs, but I made him a mezuzah as well, and he has a mezuzah made out of the same.
I love that.
Same plank.
I am so taking a picture of that right now
Amazing.
against the Nachum Siegel Network backdrop. Okay, I love that. Okay, that is gorgeous. Well, I
Thank
know
you.
some Herzogs that would probably actually really like this as well.
Yeah, it's cool to. The thing is that using a kosher wine barrel was the key here. It was very.
See,
cool
we
to bring
tied it
that.
in. Food and Judaica.
Absolutely,
Very
yeah.
cool.
I'm trying to see if
does
it
it
smells like
smell-
wine. It smells like varnish.
First of all, when I got it,
Yeah.
it smelled like barbecue and smoke,
Oh.
like Ari smells like
Right.
constantly, which is a great smell, even though I haven't eaten meat in 2.5 years.
Are you a vegetarian? Your wife's
I'm
a
a
vegetarian.
I'm a pescatarian. Jessica's been a vegetarian for 22 years.
Can we just? What's a pescatarian?
Pescatarian is fish. I eat fish, and eggs and milk and dairy.
Okay, but she's a vegan.
No, she's just vegetarian. So
Vegetarian.
she eats
No
eggs
meat?
and dairy. No meat,
Right.
no fish.
She said
nothing.
She once told me nothing that was ever a mummy.
Nothing that ever had a mommy or a face.
Right. Face I've heard, but she
So
she
she's
told
a
me about
bleeding
the
heart.
mummy.
Yeah, she's
I love that.
a true bleeding heart.
And
For me,
you're-
it's more ecological and humanitarian.
Your mother-in-law makes the best
It's
lamb.
all good, man.
Your mother, Gloria makes the best lamb.
You know what? It was really a hard decision to do, and Gloria actually took an offense to it. And I had to explain to her that it's not her cooking; it's actually, in spite of her amazing cooking, it was a personal decision that I had to do.
But her daughter's been
I'm
one
not
for a
gonna get it.
very long time.
Jessica's been a vegetarian for 22 years. Yeah, since the year I started dating her.
Oh, great.
It wasn't my fault.
Fantastic.
It was right before. Actually, I took her to a fish restaurant, hoping to keep her at least eating fish. And Benny Dagim in Jerusalem, which was one of the best fish restaurants in Jerusalem.
Is it still around?
I don't believe so, but my grandfather took me there as a kid and taught me how to debone a whole fish.
Oh, I love that.
And I took her there on a date and hoping to keep her in eating fish, at least so I have something to eat with her and share over food. And then shortly, I believe that was her last fish.
Right. So, but she eats salads and
Of
she's
course.
healthy.
She's super healthy, nuts, and she makes sure we have enough protein.
And the kids, do they eat meat?
My son, who's 11, is a self-proclaimed sometimes vegetarian.
Sometimes vegetarian.
And my daughter is, like I used to be 3 years ago, an omnivore.
And which means?
Eat everything.
Eat everything. Okay, there you go. I'm definitely an omnivore. But I always respect the whole vegan movement. Whenever I meet someone who's a vegan, I'm fascinated. I ask them questions, why and what do you eat, and like how do you stay healthy and how do you get your proteins, and if they're a woman who's of childbearing years, like how do you manage through pregnancies and all that. Like I'm actually fascinated by it.
Health-wise, Jessica went through 2 pregnancies from a food-wise, completely healthy, happy. You know, the doctor... her doctor said to her, "We'll get through this," and he got vegans through pregnancies, and he got her through her pregnancy, healthy and all.
Miriam Wallach is our general manager here in the studio, and she's also vegetarian. Ari White's wife is a vegetarian.
That's right, she is, which is hysterical.
I met someone else recently whose wife is a vegetarian, also a big foodie. For the life of me, I'm blanking out, but also like vegetarian. So okay, now I remember. So it's you know, it's definitely an interesting choice coming as a foodie that I don't know if I could, you know. Yeah. I've never given up carbs yet, you know. Like some people give up carbs.
Never give up carbs.
I have never given up carbs, but you know, we limit everything in its, I guess.
I think everything in moderation,
but it's how you feel it.
That's right.
If it makes you sick, don't eat it. Bottom line, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what else have we got on the table?
Applewood chanukia, which has amazing texture.
Look at that. It's beautiful. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, it's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
From apple trees, apple wood, you know. Again.
No. Doesn't smell like apples.
That wood did not smell sweet or like apples when I was working on it. Usually fruit tree wood has a sweeter scent to it, like cherry wood does. The apple tree did not. I was actually very surprised. What I was saying, by the way, about the Herzog wine barrel piece was that it smelled like smoking and not smoking meat and barbecue. But then when I drilled into it and started sanding it to clean it up, it smelled like red wine. It was an amazing smell.
I love that.
Almost as good as a Scotch
We need
smell.
to talk about this. I need some gifts for some friends. Okay, if only Jay Buchsbaum or Adam Neustadt was here or Gabriel Geller, they would really appreciate this.
Right.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
And I want to show everyone a picture, if you can pull up on your Instagram, about the knives, because I think it's really cool. If you want a unique gift for a foodie, get them a custom-made knife with their name on it. I'm just going to show it to everyone.
So this is a Japanese blade.
Can we see that, CK?
I buy the blanks, and
what are blanks? Blades?
The blade with the it's a full length with the handle and I attach the scales, which is the wooden.
Okay.
The wooden handle.
The wooden handle.
Different species.
I'm just going to go through your page. I want to show them the one that you made for Jew in the City. Or for our event. Do we have a picture of that?
This is for kosher feet? No,
Okay, you have to talk into the microphone.
That's
Here,
kosher feast.
this is the one from Jew in the City.
Oh yes, that's
Kosher
right.
Chopped All Stars winner. So that's what our winner got
With her
Shira?
little logo on it.
with her logo on it. See, and it has the Jew in the City logo with a hat because that's actually my part of it where I'm the chef,
The
right?
chef, that's
so
right. That's right.
We
This
merged the
was
two logos.
This event's.
So and then
logo.
we're able. So you can get someone Mother's Day, Hanukkah. I mean,
Yeah.
even though it's the last day right now, but it's a great gift.
Great anniversary gifts. Even engagement gifts. Or
Engagement,
wedding gifts.
bridal showers.
And they go great with challah boards and cutting boards.
So these are your custom made.
Custom
Boards.
made boards that I again exotic woods, some local woods.
Love it.
Again, the
Feels so
Purple
smooth.
Heart. Purple Heart. There's curly maple in here. There's walnut and
I love
cherry. This is one of the more intricate ones.
And why am I talking about challah boards? Because we make challah every week, and we want our beautiful challah to go on a beautiful board.
Yes.
It's all about presentation. We talk a lot about, and our show next week, I'm actually going to have from Monsi One Tabletops coming in to talk about how to present your food.
Right.
So, okay.
And last but not least, this is a little token and for you to open.
For me,
Yes.
wow, that's so nice. I was actually speechless there for a second. Can you imagine? Speechless.
Wow, I made Naomi speechless.
Speechless on the radio. Okay.
It's a small token.
I love this. This is beautiful. And it's nice because it's small. Sometimes you just need it like for cutting up an onion or
Right.
just a tomato or a small
Or-
Israeli salad.
Great cheese board or display board.
I love
talking about
this.
displays.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Or you could do like your little dips. You could put 4 glass bowls on this and make your dips for Shabbat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And display
wow.
some cut up vegetables on it, crudité or cheese, sushi.
Literally.
You know what?
That's one of the reasons I still eat fish.
Beef jerky.
Main
Why not?
beef jerky display. There you go.
This is really Ruffy. Thank you so much.
My
These are
pleasure.
really
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Wow, this is great. Presents for everyone. All right.
Oh, happy Hanukkah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
That's right.
actually got a great Hanukkah present from my husband. I got a Wonder Wig, which is a new kind of shaitel that I can wear up in a ponytail.
Nice.
So I'm just going to give that a shout out. We bought it. It wasn't a sponsored gift. It wasn't one of these things. We bought it and I love it and I'm obsessed with it. And if you want to buy your own Wonder Wig, WUNDER, like not Wonder as like in the movie, I guess. But Wonder Wig, you can just find them on Instagram and send them a message because I'm really obsessed with it. And I can say after covering my hair for 25 years, even though I know it's not food or what they're talking about, I'm obsessed with my shadel. You know why I'm going to tie it in? Because you can cook in it and tie it up and wear a baseball cap with it and get your hair off your face while you cook. See, everything ties in. Everything's all about food. All the
Yes.
food, all the time. There you go. Okay, my next guest, who I'm so excited to have on, Ruffy's going to stay. We're going to schmooze. Maybe you guys want to switch seats.
Yeah, I
so
was gonna
Sure.
you guys switch seats. Yeah.
don't put the meat on the boards because I have to keep them
Parv.
on
But maybe we'll make a little platter here on my board because it's going to be flashing.
your board. Then you
I'm going. This is my board, so maybe we'll plate some on. Put some on here.
great.
Hey,
Whatever
Billy.
you want.
How's it going?
It's going well.
It's funny. We've had your product on the show before, but not you.
Yes, this was I think about 2 years ago. You had Joe Danzinger from Kosher Valet.
He is so nice.
Yeah.
He's still going strong. I
He's
still
going
get my
strong.
emails.
I actually see him every day. We go to the same shul in Brooklyn.
Okay, tell him I'm on the show. Tell him you were on the
Yeah.
show, and tell him a big shout out.
I've been on his website for about 2 years, so he's doing really good, and I only have good things to say about him.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. We had a
Yeah.
great time with him on the show. I think it's time, Joe. We're going to have you back. I want to know what's going on you in the Kosher Valet world. That's a
Gloria
great
just
idea.
used him for Hanukkah to get jelly donuts, sufganiyot from Brooklyn from him.
Oh, really? What store in Brooklyn do you know?
I don't know where they ended up from, but we got tired of the ones from the city that were less good.
But you have Krispy Kreme, but they're milking, though.
Yeah, we needed for Friday night for a
After-
meat meal.
Yeah. Even though some of you are vegetarian, you still need it there.
Well,
Parv.
on a meat table, you still have to have a parv.
Absolutely. No, I love Krispy Kreme donuts.
And then I could go have coffee with milk after the meal.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, lucky. That's the advantage of being
right.
Because right now we're going to be flashik at
We're gonna
10,
be flashik.
10 something in the morning, 9 something in the morning.
You ready?
Okay, so yes, let's just welcome you on.
Okay.
And tell us, how did you get started? Has
Oh.
this always been your passion?
Not necessarily, but food has. I grew up cooking in my parents' kitchen.
Where did you grow up?
In Brooklyn, New York, in Midwood, Flatbush area.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, you heard of it. So I've always been cooking, just doing my own things. Been, very attracted to food and watching the Food Network and, people making food and always just paying attention to different dishes and different things at different restaurants. And so, it's funny how I started. I was actually working for my father-in-law right after I got married. And this sort of was like, became a hobby. My mother-in-law suggested, hey, you should try making beef jerky. Meanwhile, rewind back a little bit on my, right before my wedding, they got me a gift. They got me a deli slicer because I requested. They said, yeah, we're going to get you some stuff, People get gifts before their wedding. So I just thought I was being cute to say, yeah, get me a deli slicer. I could, slice my meat at home and whatever. So I figured, okay, she said make beef jerky. She suggested it. So I said, I have a deli slicer. I just need a dehydrator. Sure enough, she has all the kitchen gadgets in the world.
Your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's amazing. So she had a dehydrator. We took it. This was in 2015, right before Rosh Hashanah. I got it from her house. I made a couple batches of my sesame teriyaki. And actually at the same time, which ties into the name of the company, Candy and Cattle, my wife was making all these parv desserts and these very intricate and interesting candies at the time.
She needs to bring those into the show.
Yeah, well, it's been a while since she's made them. We've took off with the beef jerky, not so much the candy part. But what we did for a Rosh Hashanah gift, we bought a beautiful lucite tray with compartments, and half of it I put sesame teriyaki jerky, very full, and then we put 2 of her desserts on the other side. It looked really nice. And,
I love that.
And the whole family devoured it in a couple seconds, and that's when I knew I was onto something.
Okay, so from that point until you got this beautiful packaging done in the stores, how long was that?
Actually, it took some time. I would say, maybe 3.5, 4 months. A lot of developing involved. Working with the bag company, packaging company, and getting set up with, the manufacturer. It took some time, and the hashgacha is one of the main things. So a lot of lead time needs to be, and, I designed, it was actually kind of like a group effort, but my wife came up with the idea of, so she was making candies, I was making beef jerky, so we said we had to come up with a name that suits both of those categories. Why? I said, Frida, I said, you have to make me an Instagram. I don't know anything about Instagram. And she kind of knows, her siblings are big Instagram icons. So she has a very, very familiar.
Who were her siblings?
Her sister is a rich girl on a budget. She has a blog about different fashion items and kind of popular. And her brother even also very popular. He does memes. Sunny Side Up.
That's the name of my show on kosher.com. It's called
Sunny
Sunny Side Up.
Look it up. It's pretty big. Anyway,
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I had no clue.
I'm still far away from even, But point is, I said, Frida, you have to make me an Instagram. I don't know anything about it. She said, look, let's do one Instagram. If I'm going to do an Instagram, we have to just satisfy both categories. I said, all right, so I'll have to come up with a name that really covers both. And that's hence Candy and Cattle. So we came up with the idea of a cow and a candy swirl, and I designed it. I have a background in art and design.
Really?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. So.
Man of many talents.
Yeah, you know,
You two could be.
Yeah, I'm also a graphic designer.
we have creativity in the family tree. So
As a graphic designer, I think your logo is very cool.
thank you so much. Actually, my family, I used to be a painter.
An artist?
An artist, yeah. I was designing needlepoint canvases. My
Wow.
mother and brother own a company, SM Stitches. It's very big. It's very popular in the Sephardic Brooklyn community, let alone the whole Jewish community.
I've done a needlepoint.
Yeah,
I've
needlepoints
done it.
are amazing.
Even I did it. I made my
So-
husband I bought a canvas for his 40th birthday, and he got it for his 48th birthday.
Wow. 8 years. Amazing.
Why rush?
Wait. I did 3/4 of it with a broken arm. I broke my arm very badly and had surgery in the country when I was working in a camp. In summer of 05, and everyone was needle pointing, and I had my arm in a cast, my left arm, so I could still do it with my right arm. So I started it and did 3/4 of it in 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got a headache once because the background was navy blue, like a migraine, and I didn't touch it again for 7.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
My best friend, who's an amazing needle pointer, Crazy Stitches, Alison Gross, shout out to you. And she took it and she finished it for me.
Wow.
And had it made into a bag. But
Beautiful.
Very cool.
it says my husband's name on it. It's beautiful, but
Love it.
it could be one of the needle points that your family
It's
designed.
possible. They've been in business for, I think, 13 years now. Their whole shtick is custom design, hand painted needle points. So
Okay.
everything is like from scratch. It's it's its own project. So it's very unique to
I like
especially yeah. And they don't only make Judaica stuff. I mean, they do the conventional challah covers and tefillin bags, but they also make clutches and handbags. And
All from needlepoint.
but right before I was leaving, I was making needlepoint neckties. I actually designed a
Very
few
cool.
of those that I have in my closet. I love it. It's great.
This is a
I'm gonna
great
check it
show.
out.
Yeah, check it out.
We've got guys in the food industry who are also super talented in the art world. Wow,
Yeah.
what a show
So
right
that's
here.
really some of the drive and creativity that led me to first of all design my package. It's funny when I started designing my package, I didn't have any Photoshop. I didn't know how to put it together. So some of the people in my office at the time, they helped me put it together, but just more on the creative end, like that's really what inspires me. Like I run my Instagram now. I took it over a long time ago, but a lot of my posts are very from left field or
No, I
out
like
of the
them.
ordinary.
I really like them.
And I think that's what, that's just an expression of like who I am and, my creative touch on things.
No, it's great. You've got to go follow them. He has great stuff on his page.
It's Candy and Cattle.
Because how many photos can you take of beef jerky?
Right.
At beef jerky,
So
he's
you
really taken.
you need content. You always need to keep people interested.
It's really playful. I love how you find cow statues everywhere.
Thank you. It's more than just that, but yeah, we did a post for Hanukkah, our first contest. So I made a Hanukkah out of little cows and my logos, and I made a whole menorah out of it, and it's very cool. Check it out. It's just I have fun with it. It's great.
It's good. When you have your own business and you're passionate about something, you can tell. Like I feel the excitement in the room because
Yeah.
you guys own your own businesses. You're not here to representing another company.
Absolutely.
And all the guys that represent other companies that come here are great and they're passionate about who they work for, but it's actually you. Like I love being my business and I'm excited about food and I love being the Aussie gourmet and traveling and eating. And you guys also I can feel your excitement in what you're showing us today.
Amazing.
There's
All right.
always an excitement that when you speak about your own product, that there's a passion there that when someone else is representing you just doesn't exist. No matter how excited they are about your product, they can't transpose your excitement about your own product that I'm sure you
Absolutely.
could identify with.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And when it comes to, let's say, I do a lot of my own sales for companies. A lot of food companies, they deal just distributor and buy, goodbye, thank you, whatever. But no one's going to be a better salesman than you because you have the
That's right.
passion, you have the full knowledge and understanding of what you do.
100%.
You know?
100%. I'm just taking a photo of this gorgeous packaging and
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do
You
a
ready to
giveaway.
open it? Oh, yeah. Let's do the
do the
giveaway
giveaway
first. Okay.
Let's do the giveaway, and then we're going to start eating.
Okay, great.
Who's excited to watch us eat? CK's like, enough with the talking.
All right,
Get
open
on
the
with
jerky
the eating.
already.
Okay,
Sorry, Ralph.
So what are you giving away?
Okay, you'll watch.
What are you giving away?
So we're talking about your giveaway or my giveaway? Okay.
The giveaway for the network
Okay,
that we're
let's
doing
do it.
on this, and then
So let's do. I mean, we could do like 2 giveaways. We'll do like a set of 4, one of each flavor, 1 pack of each flavor of jerky, and you know, we'll just do that a couple times. Get the brand out there.
two people. Okay,
You want to do 3 people?
whatever you want.
Let's do 3 people.
Oh
Keep
my
it exciting.
God! A round of applause, EK. A round of applause. Woo!
And we'll give away some. Hold on, pass me those stickers over there.
Okay. Oh, this is
fun.
fun.
It's
DK's
fun.
got such a smile on his face you cannot imagine.
Yeah, we'll give away some cattle stickers as well.
Oh, awesome.
You know?
There you go, one for you. We'll leave one on the...
You'll get a sticker
right
anyway.
here.
Yeah, everyone gets a sticker.
A sticker for everyone.
Yeah, right.
I wish I could put it on the back of my phone.
The truth, I made a run of T-shirts, but I'm all out of those right now. I have to make some more.
I would totally wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, you would. Okay,
I would
so
I'm telling
you're
you, I'll
on.
wear one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I love...
Yeah, I'll make you. I'll make you a T-shirt.
I want a t-shirt. Okay,
got
cool.
it.
Okay, and you'll come on again with Joe.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to give away 3 packages.
No, 3 sets
three
of 4. One
Three
of
sets
each
of
flavor.
4. I'm going to be picking 3 winners. All you have to do is email me, Naomi@nachumsiegel.com. That's only if you don't have Instagram. But also, if you have Instagram, because not all of our listeners are on social media,
Right.
we want you to follow
Candy and cattle.
Candy and Cattle and the Nachum Siegel Network. Of course, because you all follow me already. So we'll just,
Of course.
So, Candy and Cattle and Nachum Siegel Network. Here, I can't turn. There, you got to follow that. And here, let's do it together, CK, like this. Oh, such a great photo. Okay.
Love it.
So you're going to have to follow us both, Nachum Siegel Network and Candy and Cattle. And or if you don't have social media, which I am sensitive to because not everyone has it, you can just email me for that. And let me know that you don't have Instagram and that you want to be in it. And you can win one of 3 prizes, right? Which will be 3 sets of 4.
3 sets of 4, and you'll also get a couple of cow stickers. Too.
Woo! Cow stickers!
Yeah, they're fun.
You need
know?
to make the magnets for the cars.
You know.
Everybody in the 5 towns has like
Which
Halb. My kid's got Halb. They have a Halb magnet.
Yeah.
You got my daughter works in Hask, so we have a Camp Hask magnet.
wow,
And whatever camp you go to, you have YU has one. I don't know.
that's okay.
So we'll make cow ones.
No, I have right now. So far, I have T-shirts, the stickers, and tote bags. The tote bags are great.
That's cute. All right,
Yeah,
let's
so-
eat.
Okay, so which you want to open them all at once? Or you want
No,
to start
let's go spicy then into sweet.
spicy to sweet? Okay,
Because
so
I don't want to end off my mouth on fire.
Right,
And I know
okay.
there's not so much water.
all right. So we'll start with the honey
There's
sriracha.
no wine. Okay.
So there's also a story behind each flavor. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
also.
Okay. We
All right.
love stories here on the Nachum Siegel Network.
All right, so we're gonna start with the
Stories-
honey sriracha.
Stories and food.
You get the honors.
Okay. Ooh! It smells like sriracha strong, straight to the back of the throat. Okay. There you go, ZK. Let's hear the story.
Oh, so actually, it's not.
Shut up.
Amen. It's not the biggest story, but basically,
Smell
the inspiration for some of my flavors is recipes that I'm familiar with, and this recipe particularly. Hold on.
Amen.
This one, my
Sound of chewing.
Oh, it's funny. I don't really get high on my own supply much. I just very rarely do I try my own jerky. I try to keep it just for for business, but
You can't eat your profits.
right? No, I do every
When you do the recipe testing, of course.
every production run. Whenever I get a new batch, I have to try it. I have to see, hey, how's it going? Did it go well? And yeah, for the most part.
Where's the kitchen that you make these, or the plant?
So I'm currently using 2. One is they're Star K facilities. We're under the hashgacha of Star K and Star S. I don't know if you heard of Star S.
What is that?
It's a branch
I know
of Star K, which is maybe it's probably for Sfar. It stands for Sfaradim. But why is because we're keen to keeping Beit Yosef. So I'm using a Beit Yosef meat. So they wanted to emphasize Star S also. So I have that in my packaging as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
I saw that on your website and I didn't know what it was, but
Yeah.
I figured because I knew you're Sephardi that
Right.
that's what it was.
Right. Actually, our meat, I don't know if you're familiar, we use actually SBD meat. It's just a very high tier hashgacha within like the meat, process. So just for all your viewers to know that, it's a good to know.
And it's inspected and passed by USDA.
Yes, it's USDA inspected. That's the only way we could really sell to supermarkets because
Right.
everything has to be regulated. They have inspectors, they have FDA.
It's a crazy.
Yeah,
fancy
thank
case.
you,
I
thank
did not
you.
think I would like this so much.
Right.
The sriracha one. Okay, so how do
So
you
the story on this is
Yeah.
basically my wife makes these chicken wings that I love, and the sauce is honey sriracha. She mixes it up together, and it's addictive. So I said we have to translate it. We have to try this on jerky. And after a few trials, we finally got it. And that's the short story on this.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah,
okay,
thank
let's
you.
try. I like apricot corned beef.
Yeah, me too.
Let's try that.
Okay, great.
I'm going to open it up.
Okay.
It's great because, and you have the ingredients in the back: duck sauce, apricot preserve, sriracha, honey, orange juice, minced garlic, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, black salt, black pepper, salt, and celery powder. You know what's really cool? You don't have things in here that you can't pronounce.
Yeah.
I thought it would
Absolutely.
have like monosodium,
No.
blah, 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 blah.
I use real ingredients, so that's
I
very
love
important
that.
to me.
I love that. and
Thank
you know
you.
what? What's great? I'm a big traveler. I love traveling.
Right.
Is these travel, they're light.
So well.
It's meat.
And a lot of times when you're traveling to different countries, you can't get meat. A lot of men, they go to China for business. It's hard to find something, meat to eat, Perfect snack for the plane or for when you're stranded and you need something. Right. It's funny. Some of my best customers are, gym goers. I have not so many gyms that I sell to, but 2 in Brooklyn. And it's like after their workout, they pick up something on the way out, and it's protein, it's nutritious.
Meat snack.
Exactly. So the story on this apricot corned beef is, I grew up. Obviously, I'm Sephardic, and
This is so Ashkenazi.
oh, it's an Ashkenaz. You're right.
Corned
But
beef is as Ashkenaz as it
the
gets.
corned beef part. But my mother makes one of her Shabbat dishes is she calls it chicken apricot. And it's very savory ingredients, apricots, duck sauce, and a lot of the ingredients you'll see on the back of this package. And it was always one of my favorite dishes growing up. So I make it also at home myself, and I said this has to be a jerky flavor. So I mix it with the corned beef. I thought it would,
It's very cool that
blend
you
well.
take the chicken recipes and convert
Yeah.
them for the beef.
With the beef jerky.
I mean, it's a very different outcome, but a
Yeah.
lot of times it works really well.
Okay, so now we're going to go to cranberry. So that's going to have like a little tart.
Yes, the cranberry
Tart.
pastrami is going to be tart, and you'll see has some pastrami seasoning on there.
Okay, you have to open that.
Okay.
I fluffed the opening. ZK!
You don't get it right the first time.
Yeah, you need an expert. And it lasts 2 days after you've opened it. Do you know, when I was traveling on Miriam Schreiber's tour, we were going from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Sorry, I don't know. We were going from, not Chiang Mai. We were going from Vietnam to Chiang Mai, which means you had to change planes in Bangkok. I'm not sounding like a show-off, but I was there. I was working on the tour. We had an incredible time. Miriam Schreiber is so amazing, and she plans everything down to a T. So I helped her organize some snacks in a culinary bag. So some of the people that I know, donated stuff to go into the culinary bag, and one of them was beef jerky. A different
Nice.
company, but
Okay.
we'll talk for next time.
Okay, we'll talk.
And we were starving, like the plane was all delayed, and everybody just whips out beef jerky. And,
Oh, wow.
that we had I think it was Grandpa Holt, so a shout out to them for giving it to us.
Okay,
Another good quality. We have lots of good quality ingredients.
great.
People like it really staves off the hunger when you eat beef jerky.
Yeah,
like-
absolutely.
Okay, cranberry pastrami.
So the idea on that one is we have a
Oh,
lot
I
of
like this one the best.
yeah, nice.
ZK just said he'll be the judge of that. Because
I-
it's sweet pastrami. It's not like spicy pastrami.
Yeah, it's sweet. There's a sweet element to it.
Oh, we have to take a picture of that face. It's sweet.
What do you think?
It's not so tart.
Yeah, nice.
It was a good one. Guys, I hope that you're all emailing me now and quickly following them on
It's
Insta.
interesting. There are other applications than just eating it stum beef jerky. I had somebody reach out to me about a week and a half ago. Rochelle Lee from Minilicious Donuts on
Not
Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she wanted to make a batch of donuts with my jerky.
Very cool.
And
Oh,
so
I saw that
said-
on Insta.
Yeah, so
right?
it's on my Insta. It's on my page.
I saw that on your
We have
Insta
a
page.
beautiful photo, and it's just a very different application. She made these maple glazed bourbon donuts with cranberry pastrami jerky bits on top.
I
still didn't try it because her family ate it all over Shabbat.
right,
I
so
said for the second batch, I need to have it.
I actually made something with it wasn't beef jerky though. 2 years ago, I did like a maple glazed bacon on top of a pastrami stuffed donut.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow.
I didn't do it this year. It was too much
Sounds-
work.
Wow.
It was heaven. Okay, let's rip open that last package.
The last pack is sesame teriyaki.
We're not going to leave any for Nachum, right? We're going to eat it all before. Miriam doesn't
This
care.
is your original flavor, right?
Maybe
This is
Yoni
my
one. Should we leave
original
something?
flavor that I with the story. Yeah, this is it.
Leave him the empty bag so he sees what he
Yeah,
wants.
we'll leave Nachum and Yoni empty bags. It's so good. This is lunch, CK.
Brunch.
Brunch. You're not worrying me. I already had my coffee in the morning. As long as I have one coffee in the morning with milk.
I
I'm
hear
good.
you.
Okay, so this is sesame teriyaki. This one I've had plenty of times. When I've seen you around. This was actually also at the Jew in the City event.
Yes,
Wait,
I
did you
was.
kn-
I didn't know.
We were
I
all
didn't know
there.
No,
either.
not the same event. We were at the gala event.
Really, that's what we're
that's
talking
the
about.
same-
So-
that's the same
I ran the
event.
chop
I wasn't
competition.
there, but I mean, I
Okay.
dropped off the knives and
Oh, okay.
I was there. I ate.
Yeah. So you were at my booth. You were at my
Yeah,
station.
because we were at the I ran my chopped event near your station.
Very cool. So we were at like the VIP pre-party
Yeah.
event, and we had gorgeous cutting boards. Not from Rafi.
Not
next
yet.
time.
Next time.
But we had some exotic coco bolo. We put
Ooh.
nice displays of the jerky, like in little sections with toothpicks, and we got a lot of good fanfare from that event.
This
That's
is so
great.
good. I feel like I'm having Shabbos dinner. This is really good.
Thank you.
It's like I feel like I'm eating Friday night roast.
So do you have
Like,
any
right?
new flavors on the horizon?
Good question, Rafi.
I'm sorry for
No,
your,
that was a good one. No.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
I am working on 2 flavors right now,
Okay.
which are
Bourbon.
no.
No?
Well,
Because that's where I'm going here.
Bourbon maple. Everybody
Right.
does that.
Everybody's
maple
doing bourbon.
That's definitely an idea that I have, but not for right now. And I definitely want to see that. Maybe in, I don't know if I should say it, but it's just like a crazy idea. Maybe like a lamb jerky
Oh,
maple
yes.
bourbon.
yes. ZK's about to plus.
But
yes.
that's not coming just yet. I have 2 flavors of beef jerky coming out, which are tamarind. If
Ooh.
you're familiar with that flavor
Uh-huh.
in my Sephardic cultural foods.
Also very Thai. Everything
Yeah.
in Thai food has got tamarind.
Right.
Yeah.
So we make our hors d'oeuvres, which is we call it maza. So we
Sure.
make
Which is the appetizers.
appetizers. We have something called lachma bajin or lachmajin.
I have one in my Pesach cookbook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I use cauliflower crusts as the
Oh,
dough.
that's amazing.
Right, yeah, you have to get my Pesach cookbook.
I
It's perfect
should.
for Sephardi.
Yeah. Wow.
Perfect
An
for everyone.
amazing book.
Thank you.
I have to get it.
And you know, right now, it's only 100 and something days till Pesach. I'm just saying.
Not so far away.
I'll tell you.
Not start.
It's
start
doubled on
cooking.
Amazon in the last week.
Wow.
Yeah, the book was
nice.
on sale last week for 16, and now it's almost 30.
Wow.
100 days till Pesach from today.
Wow. She has
Wow.
the countdown. Very
Love
good.
it.
100 days till Pesach.
Nice.
Buy my book right now.
We'll have to get it. Anyway, so on the topic of Pesach,
Oh.
we have
It's almost up.
Oh,
Yeah, finish up.
we have we're doing a kosher for Passover jerky again this year. We did it last year. It was very successful. But quickly back on the flavors. The tamarind jerky is based on my lahmacun recipe that I make all the time for Shabbat, and it's going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
The second flavor is going to be buffalo. So if you're familiar with buffalo wings, poppers, that type of element, those types of tones,
Flavor
of flavors.
profile.
Exactly, but I'm trying to get a specific flavor in mind.
This is insane.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I
It's
can't
gonna be
believe
great.
1 hour just flew by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, guys, this was a great show. Oh my God, we
It
have
was a lot of fun. Thank
It was
you.
a lot of
Very
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Rafi Bernstein, Eitan Banath, and Billy Schwecky. Because I always want, it's like Yaakov Schwecky.
Right.
And this is the Nachum Siegel Network, so there's like pictures of him around. Okay,
great.
Billy Schwecky from Candy and Cattle. This has been an amazing show. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Stay tuned. We have music right up until Lichtbenching with our friends. I'm tongue-tied right now, but it's all the amazing beef jerky. We have music sponsored by our friends at Kedem right up until Lichtbenching. Coming up, though, next is Mark Zomick on the Erev Shabbat show. Happy cooking, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.